Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Welcome to Facts and Two Cents. This is Petal. I hope you are having a great Sunday wherever you are. It is a beautiful in New York. So I just hope you are having a fantastic day wherever you are. And I hope the day is just as beautiful for you. But our fave has been out and about in Montecito. So funny, I came across a post about someone claiming that they saw Harry and Meghan out to dinner in Montecito, where there were no photos. Thankfully, they respected their privacy and not take any photos. If it's true or not, who knows? But the person swears by it. But we have photos of our fave out at a book event with Oprah and others yesterday, and it seems like there is a new bookstore that just opened up in, I think it's called Summerland, California, which is in Santa Barbara. So I'm assuming it's another little town in Santa Barbara, seemingly close to Montecito, where all their big celebrities in the neighborhood were out and about to this new bookstore yesterday, including our fave. And she, as you can see, was one of the speakers at the event. And this writer, author, his name is Shaka Senghor. I don't know if that, or Senor or Senghor. Don't know how he says his last name, but thank you, Josephine, who alerted us to all of this. I don't follow royal stuff on Instagram, so a lot of times I don't know unless a squatty alert us to it. So thank you, Josephine, for the alert. And so yes, our fave was there. Laurelyn Jackson, as you can see, these were her reels from yesterday, and posting about the event. And obviously our fave was one of the speakers at the event, and that's Oprah, you see in the middle there, with Shaka Senghor talking about his book. And again, this is from another gentleman. I think his name is Marco Leon. He is part of the Montecito scene. We've seen him before at polo. If you look at his Instagram, there's a lot of polo stuff. So he's really into the polo world. And of course, when Harry was playing with Los Padres, that's what I think his name was. The name was Los Padres, his polo team. He was posting about that as well. So he was at the event yesterday, and he took these beautiful photos of Meghan meeting Shaka Senghor and Oprah, seen there smiling at Meghan. I'm assuming about to hug her as well. And so, and then of course he took a photo of Meghan, from behind Meghan to Oprah on the stage, and I'm assuming she was interviewing or being host to Shaka for the event. And so very cool, Meghan out there. And I didn't know anything about him at all, and I'd never heard of him. So of course I had to go checking out. It's like, who is this person? I don't know him. So I'm just going to move my banner again. Do as the banner says. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Click the notification bell if you want to, be notified when we drop a video. And please like and share the video and join the channel. Help us to grow the channel. But I'm going to move that off for a minute, and I'll bring it back at the end, providing I remember. Sometimes I don't. But a little bit about Shaka. Again, I had never heard of him before. So it's really cool whenever Meghan and Harry do things. I learn so much, and I get introduced to people and great people that I had never heard of before. So this is him. Actually, he posted on his Instagram about the event. This is him with Oprah, and this is a little bit about his New York Times best-selling book. It says, "Righting My Wrongs: Life, Death, and Redemption in an American Prison" by Shaka Senghor. And again, today is the first time I'm hearing about it, so I haven't had a chance to go look at the book, what it's about, but I'm assuming it's most likely about his life story in prison, and obviously coming out and writing about life, death, and redemption, and great things that he is doing outside of that and away from the prison system. And again, with stuff like that, you can go to one or two ways about that. You can, continue that path, or as we've seen so many men and women who have come out and decided, you know what, that's not something I want to be doing in my life. Let me turn my life around and help others. So I checked out his website, because on his Instagram is a link to his website. And because again, I really don't know anything about him. And he is either started this organization or he's promoting this organization. It says, help protect our children's freedom to learn. Let America read. And it says, join us and raise your voice for our children's future. The most direct way to fight book bans is through school board elections. School boards are on the front line of banning books, often with the power to allow or prevent it. So he is part of an organization that is really fighting against book bans, as we know, especially in Florida and Texas and all over the country there. I mean, all of this is part of Project 2025. A lot of times people think that Project 2025 is starting if Trump gets elected. Oh no, Project 2025 have been going for the last, 3-4 years. They have been implementing this little by little. Book bans is part of it. Getting rid of affirmative action is part of it. Banning abortion is all part of it. All of that stuff is all part of Project 2025. So a lot of people don't realize it's part of the same thing. It's been going on, and book ban is part of it. And so a little bit more about it. It says, here's what's happening. Since January 2022, dozens of states have passed or debated laws restricting our children's freedom to learn. As a result, librarians everywhere are facing relentless pressure to ban books. Thousands of books reflecting the lives, realities of people of all races, faith, identity have been pulled from libraries and classroom shelves, depriving our children of access to stories that can inform, encourage, inspire them. Let's protect our children's freedom to learn. Let America read. And a lot of what they're banning is about, especially about slavery. They don't, a lot of these people, especially the white population, don't want their children to know what their ancestors did and what their ancestors did to Black people. And so they don't want that. And they have been banning a lot of Black authors, especially about race, stuff about race. They even banned Amanda Gorman's poetry. I mean, hello. To go as far as to ban Amanda Gorman's poetry, it's ridiculous, because, you know, of course, Amanda wrote books, and they banned it. Amazing. So this is a really great organization. So I'm going to learn more about him. And again, thank you, Meghan, because if she wasn't there, we would not, at least I wouldn't have heard about this, and this wouldn't have been big news. And I would have never heard about Shaka Senghor or Senghor, his book and all of this stuff. So it is great. So hopefully all of us would definitely go check him out, check out his book, and also check out this organization, Help Protect Children, Freedom to Learn, Let America Read. So definitely check it out, because I will be doing the same. And a little bit more of the bookstore. Apparently, again, this bookstore just opened up. And if you check out this bookstore's Instagram page, it seemed like it started in August 2nd. At least that's when the first post on Instagram was. So this is a brand new bookstore, and it says, and this was in one of the Santa Barbara magazine. It says, booked up, Summerland's newest hotspot. And so these seem to be the owners of it, Jennifer Walsh and Victoria Jackson. And I think if this is the same Victoria Jackson, this Victoria Jackson is a friend of Meghan's. So I'm assuming it's the same Victoria Jackson. And now I don't know these people. People could have the same names, but they seem to be the owner of this new bookstore, which is the hot spot in Santa Barbara, especially for our rich community around there. And again, it's called Godmothers Books. And if you look at the wall, this is actually such a cool place. It says Godmothers who lit our way. And one of those people, as you can see, one of the biggest photos up there on your left is Gloria Steinem. At least that's who I think it is. It looks like her. When I saw it, and I was like, oh, that looks like Gloria. So yes, And so they have this founder circle where you could pay like $200 a month and be part of their circle. And they have all of these different events that you can be part of, like cocktail night, Monday night, Mondays, Sunday high tea, movie and margarita nights. So they're going to have a lot of events at this bookstore. And it's not just for adults. There's also the kids section. So it's kind of like a family bookstore. So you can go have events, read books, bring your kids. So you can have kids events, adult events, and just really have a great time. And so this was all part of the great thing they had yesterday. And so this seems like Jennifer here, it looks like her. She did this little video introducing the store, and part of the store is this local heroes wall. And is this, as you can see from the first photo, this whole wall is for their local authors. And part of their local authors, as you can see at the first photo, is we recognize the first book there is The Bench by Meghan. And if you on the other end of it, you can see Spare by Prince Harry. So this whole wall is books of authors who live in the Santa Barbara area. And so yes, this whole wall, and of course they refer to, at least she refers to them as hometown heroes. So Harry and Meghan are there, and especially Harry, that's Harry's hometown. So they look to them as their hometown heroes. And just as she said, and these are just little clips from the video, she says, so this is our local authors, as she's, showing off the wall. And they know that this is their hometown bookstore. And we celebrate our hometown authors as if they were our hometown heroes, because to us, they are. And of course, Harry and Meghan are part of that. And so it's so cool. I was like, oh, hometown heroes. Those on Shutter Island are like, what? That's not his hometown? This hero that just got there 4 years ago. How dare you call him his hometown? I'm sure, I have not checked it out, but I'm sure they're having a conniption about them referring to Harry as their hometown. That's his hometown. So because we know Shutter Island, we know they're crazy, and we know they'll have their panties in a twist because of that. So anyways, and of course, look at a close-up of hometown heroes, The Bench, and Spare by Prince Harry and Meghan, part of the hometown heroes wall. I was like, oh. And I think the second book next to Meghan, it looks like Gwyneth Paltrow. I'm not sure. I can't read it that close, but it kind of looks like her. But I mean, look at all of this. Harry and Meghan's hometown heroes. I just think it's so cute. And again, at the bottom there, thank you, Josephine, for alerting us to all to this, because again, I wouldn't have known. And part of the evening, it seemed like there were other authors as well. One of them is Dan Sentat and Ming Li, and their book, I never heard of them before, but they had an event there. It seems earlier in the day, because it seems Meghan, the event Meghan went to was in the evening. And so this one was in the morning. So it seems they had events all during the day. And part of the evening event was with Jamie Kern Lima, it seems. And so Jamie Kern, of course, I think she's one of the makeup mogul that is also friends with Meghan. And so she also wrote this book. And so she was all part of that event as well. And so it's just like, oh, it was a day of authors coming in and doing, and as you can see, she is speaking. She also had an event for her book. And again, that's her book. And again, she is also a friend of Meghan, because we remember her when Meghan was in the Hamptons. That's her there with Meghan, and in the pink, that's her in the pink. And that's that lady with the Spanx. I don't remember what her name is, but the Spanx lady, I think that was her in the green in the middle there. And of course, Jamie on her Instagram. She posted this, was one of her Instagram, on her Instagram reel. She posted it. She said, this is a picture of her and Meghan holding her hand. She says, love this pic because it captures the essence of friendship. Thank you, Meg, for being such a supportive and loving friend. In this pic, for holding my arm with such love as I was about to walk on stage and speak. And in real life, for how generously you show up for your friends. And so again, Meghan was there yesterday, definitely supporting her friend Jamie. And again, if that Victoria Jackson is the same Victoria Jackson I'm thinking, I think it's the same friend. She was also on Meghan's podcast. And so I'm assuming it's the same Victoria Jackson. And if you go listen to Meghan's podcast Archetypes, she was on there. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, she was on the B word episode. I think maybe. I could be wrong, but definitely go check it out. And Meghan talking to Victoria Jackson on there. And I'm assuming, again, it's probably the same Victoria Jackson. But again, Meghan just has a history of showing up and really supporting her friend and her friends. So not surprised that she would be there speaking and supporting her friends last night. So anyway, that's it. Our favorite out in Montecito, having a great time with Oprah, Jamie, possibly Victoria, with their new bookstore. So anyway, thank you guys for watching my very short episode. Thank you to our awesome moderators who support the channel and moderate and make sure our space is nice and safe. Thank you, Lydia, Trish, Nelly, Karen M, Cookies and Cream, and Black Queen. You are awesome as always. Thank you to all of our 2 Cents crew who support the channel on a monthly basis, and all of you who support in the chat. You are awesome. I love you. Thank you guys. And yeah, I will chat with you next time. Bye.